In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about going grey. If you've seen some of my previous videos, you would have noticed I've got a lot of grey hair, and I did speak about it very briefly in my very first video. So I want to talk about going grey and my decision to go grey for anybody who may be interested in doing it themselves and would like some encouragement or would like to know about somebody's journey going grey before they give it a go themselves. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Things I Do for My Health. And if you're new here, you're very welcome and I hope that you enjoy the content. If I can please ask you to like and subscribe. This channel is still less than a month old at the time of filming. And as you'll note by the number of subscribers or lack thereof, this is still a very young channel. I'm currently 46 years old, turned 46 in January. And I discovered my very first grey hair when I was 33. And naturally, I was quite shocked when I saw it. It wasn't easy to see that it was grey. It was just that I looked in the mirror and I saw something and I was like, is that just light reflecting? What is it? What's going on? And a single strand of grey hair can be very hard to allocate in a head of hair. And when I was looking and I was going through and I noticed there were a few more silver streaks, and that was when I realized, okay, 33 years old, I'm starting to go grey, which a lot of people will say that's actually not bad because they've started going grey maybe in their 20s, and other people are more fortunate that they start going grey in their 40s or 50s. So mine, 33. And naturally, I did what most people do when they see grey hair, they start coloring. And for the longest time when I was younger, I was a highlight blonde and I enjoyed, being a blonde. And I started dyeing my hair dark brown, which I absolutely loved. I never went back to blonde, never looked back. I was past my blonde phase and I just loved the dark chocolate brown. I've been black before. Black is far too harsh for me. I just never enjoyed it. Like, I wanted to go black. I was quite excited, but when I was black, I just really didn't enjoy it. And then you're stuck. I mean, once you're black, you're black. You need to wait until it washes out and grows out. I've been auburn before. Great. Not really my color. That was just a fun phase. And I've even been a top deck kind of before, which is when it was the hairdresser actually misunderstood what I wanted. I just wanted just like my hair here to be like highlighted blonde and the rest of my hair to be darker, and instead they took my entire hair from here down and forward and they just made it blonde, and then from the back it was I think I pulled it off, but yeah, it was very interesting. Yeah, it was a bit disappointing, but I wasn't going to tell the hairdresser that. Probably should have, but I mean, what you going to do once it's done, it's done. So anyway, then on Instagram, I started coming across videos of women a lot younger than me in their 30s and so, who decided that they were going to grow their hair out, their grey hair out. And I was quite fascinated with this because I remember watching a movie a number of years ago where the one character had silver hair. And she was young in her 20s, but the silver looked lovely. And then I was wondering, and I wanted to do that, but I was told, it will damage the hair and they've got to strip the color and all this. And I was like, nah, rather just leave it. And I was just wondering then with my grey, if I let my grey grow out. Now, obviously, grey can be silvery and it can be grey when it comes to hair, that I wasn't sure. I didn't know what my hair was going to look like if it grew out. And I was also quite tired of having to put color in every 6 to 8 weeks. I moved to Ireland nearly 7 years ago, and I've never been to a hairdresser once yet. purely for financial reasons. I cut my own hair. You might notice, you might have wondered, why does my fringe look a bit weird, a little bit longer this side, maybe a bit shorter that side. I cut my own fringe. I cut my own hair. I've layered my hair before, which I think I actually haven't done a bad job. And I get, well, I got my hair coloring from the health shop. So I was, for years and years, even before moving over to Ireland, I would buy hair coloring from the health shop. So I wasn't using the hair colorant with all the chemicals and the dyes in it that are really bad for you. I mean, I've read, I don't know, somewhere I've come across the information that hair colorant can also contribute towards cancer formation and things like that. So I try and not to put too many chemicals onto or into my body where I can avoid it. So now I was using, I think it was called nature tint, something like that. I don't know. And eventually I got my daughter to do it. She also hated doing it. It was such a rigmarole. Even if it's just doing the roots, it's just such a pain to do, but I loved it. I really loved having dark hair. So I am at a bit of a stage where I miss it. I would love to have that again. But at the same time, I'm also enjoying, this journey and where it is at the moment. And I'm quite excited to see what it's going to look like when everything is grown out. And this now, so the last time I colored my hair was the 17th of February 2024. So it has been 13 months now. And from what I've seen online, everyone says it takes 2 years to grow your hair out. But what I've seen is a lot of the women will grow their hair out and it will come down to maybe here. And then if they've got longer hair, they will cut the hair to meet it. So, and then they're like, oh, it took 2 years. But I've never really seen anyone with my length or longer. I don't really want to have to cut my hair to match the grow when it's longer. I would like it to try and grow out. I'm happy with this length. I'm not really keen on much shorter hair than this on myself. So yeah, we'll see. So this is now 13 months worth of growth. And so I come to you also makeup free today. Please don't judge. I just thought it's not worthwhile putting makeup on. Not that you guys are not worth it. It's just Saturday, not going out. Why bother? Anyway, yeah. So I was quite pleased though once my entire fringe also became grey, because obviously having grey to here and then brown, it looks weird. And so you can see, I'm going to try and turn around a bit so you can just see how it's looking. And also when I watch this video back, I'll get to see as well, because it's obviously not so easy to see. So yeah, that's that side. And let's go back here. I'm not sure how it's looking over here. Anyway, so it's probably not the best light to try and see, but sometimes I look at my hair and it looks really grey, and other times like now it doesn't look as bad. Anyway, I don't know, maybe I'm just getting used to it. Right, so moving on. They say that the first 6 months are the hardest because, well, for obvious reasons, you look a bit messy. You got your grays maybe coming out this far, and then one of the things is you're worrying how people go, well, what are people going to think? So I would go into the office and obviously it's coming out. I did actually use that spray one just for the first few weeks, but after a while it's too long. You can't like spray everything, and then it just washes out. And you do kind of think like in my head, if I'm at the office and I'm just thinking, guys, like this is on purpose, I promise. And people I know, I talk to them, just not that they were soliciting information, but I would maybe just randomly make a comment about it just so people know. And just in case somebody that does say something like, oh, Amanda's just looking a little bit messy with her hair, and they'll be like, oh, no, 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 she's doing that on purpose. Yeah, but I think we actually overthink it ourselves. I don't think anybody else really cares unless, they're that sort of person that likes to judge other people's appearances. So, yeah, for me, the first 6 months was, yeah, not too bad, but I was expecting, I think, a bit more growth in the first 6 months because when I reached 6 months, to me, it was still not looking necessarily, not that it was looking bad. It's just I was thinking, why only the first 6 months, first 7 months, first 8 months? It could still just look a bit, ugh. And yeah, so now it's grown out fully at my fringe, and I think by now anybody who looks at me knows exactly what's going on. They can see I'm growing it out. So I'm at the stage now where, yes, I am kind of two-tone in this way, where it's like gray to here, boom, and then the rest brown. And I don't know how that looks to other people. I could ask, but people are going to be polite and be like, oh, it doesn't look bad. Maybe it does. I don't know. And yeah, but I think it's quite obvious what's going on, and this has been a great journey. So I actually haven't watched any videos with other people growing the hair out for a long time. I saw this one video where somebody said, "Oh, you need to get your community and whatnot, and don't do it alone." And I'm thinking, I've been doing it alone. I'm fine, but I guess it's to each their own. But this woman was saying, "No, you shouldn't do it alone." Okay, well, then I guess I'm the outlander in this one. So, what have I learned from this? Well, a lot of warnings that have come out from some of the videos that I did see was that grey hair is going to be drier and more frizzier, which I don't know if that is true in all cases. So, I have always kind of had, after I've showered, a little bit of, just a little bit of frizz up top, whether my hair has been colored or not. And I haven't really noticed any difference. I haven't noticed that my hair is worse. I haven't actually noticed any textural difference to this hair compared to what it was previously. So I don't know if it's just my hair that's like that. That's what I'm saying. Maybe everyone's just different with their gray, or maybe it's what you put into it. I don't know. So far, I haven't noticed any textural differences with this. Then the other thing comes to product. You think I would be more investigative with stuff like this and making sure I get the right products. Unfortunately, I'm the sort of person where I'll just do something, not necessarily always doing enough research. I'm a little bit gung-ho, and when everyone's going on about use this and don't use that, and I'm like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, and I don't really care, and I'm just going to go to bed right now and wake up the next morning and brush my hair and get on with my life. But this is what they were saying. So there's one video that I saw. They were saying, do not use blue shampoo, because apparently blue shampoo can make the gray go yellow. And they said that the shampoo that you should be using is purple shampoo. Now, I don't know. Is there like specific shampoo, or are they just talking about any shampoo that is blue, don't use it, or purple, use it? Because I've never come across purple shampoo. Blue shampoo, I suppose, Head and Shoulders, I think, is blue. Yeah, I don't know about other stuff, but I don't use blue or purple, as you can tell by the fact I don't think I've ever seen purple shampoo. So I'm going to just tell you quickly what I have been using. Now, again, as you have probably guessed, I get my hair care products from the health shop or from health top shops, not necessarily health shops, natural product shops. So what I've been using this for past 2 or 3 years. And this is the Dr. Organic Hemp Shampoo and Conditioner. Now, I know that a lot of people would be against using shampoo and conditioner together, and I understand why. Like shampoo and conditioner, um, shampoo you put in, it washes your hair, you get it out, and that's it. And conditioner is completely different. It's more protective of your hair. You leave it in for longer while you're showering. So to put them together almost seems a little bit, contradictory. But the reason why I started using this as opposed to shampoo and conditioner separately is because I wash my hair in the mornings, and generally I wash it in the mornings on the days that I go into the office. So I'm in a rush. I don't have time. And the one reason why is that I'm the sort of person when I wash my hair, so I get probably like a lot of women, a lot of hair on my hands from washing my hair. I do not rinse my hands under the water and let it go into the drain. I can't do that. I literally pick the hair off and I put it into a pile. And then when I'm finished showering, I'll take that pile. I'll then also clean the drain out, and I'll take the pile and put it into the bin. I just think it's the right thing to do. Or I should just, as it is, there's a lot of hair in the drain. Even with me taking like all the hair that accumulates on my hands from washing my hair and keeping it from going down the drain, there's still a lot that goes into the drain. So I just cannot do that. I've got to, and I wash my hair twice. So when I wash it, and you can feel the shampoo doesn't froth that much. And one of the reasons why I prefer these sort of shampoos is because your regular shampoos have got the chemical SLS, which is the sodium lauryl sulfate. It's the same product you get in toothpaste to make it froth. And the only reason they really have it in there is for frothing purposes, because it makes people feel better. I don't want to have a chemical in there in anything that I use that's going to go into or onto my body just so that I can feel better because it's frothing. This froths without the SLS. And so whatever shampoo you use, when you use it the first time, it froths a little bit, but not a lot. And that's because it's busy cleaning and getting all the rubbish out of your hair. And then I will rinse my hair, and then I'll put in a second smaller amount because you don't need as much because now your hair's clean, and it'll give it a good froth. And that's kind of, for me, what gives it a nice shine and makes my hair feel good. So I'll do that twice, and then that'll be my hair care in the shower. And then when I get out the shower, I will towel dry it a little bit, give it a good comb, and then I put this leave-in conditioner that I also get from the health shop. So what I'll do is I'll just split my hair into two sides, well, pretty much like this. I'll put a little bit in, and then I'll pat it down like this, and then more, and then pat it down like that, and then I'll flip my hair over, and I'll just run my whole hand through my hair, and then obviously take off the hair that comes out, because even after washing it, even after having like this big boatload of hair, more comes out. And that's the other thing is, no, oh sorry, let me just finish this one. So I just find using this, when I dry my hair actually feels so much thicker. Now you'll probably notice I've got thin hair. It's genetics. My dad's got super thin hair, and he's got a bald patch now, but he's got very, very thin wispy hair. My mother has got super thin hair. So yay me, I ended up with super thin hair. And not only did I get super thin hair, but I got a small amount of it. I had this one friend who thought she had thick hair, but she was told by the hairdresser her hair is actually thin. She just has a lot of it. So yay me, thin hair, not a lot of it. And the one thing that I worry about, when I say worry about, I don't sit and stress about it, but it's just the one thing. I've been behind old people before where you can see right to their scalp. They've got like little curls, like little old ladies with these curls, but you can just see right into their scalp, because as you get older, your hair starts to thin. Your hair doesn't grow as much, and it can be because of age. It can also be because of genetics, and it can be because of stress. And I do work in a high stress job, and 2025 has actually been a super stressful year for me. So much so that I ended up with issues with jaw locking, which I will talk about in another video, jaw locking called TMJ. So I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, so pretty much I've got everything against me. I am in what is probably called perimenopause stage at this moment. So I've got hormones against me. I've got, I wouldn't really say genetics. Yes, genetics, thin hair, but my mother, my grandmother, they don't or didn't have hair that kind of was coming out like you're going bald. And I've got stress against me. And even the other night, I had a dream that I was washing my hair, and my hair, like in those movies where they play those jokes and they put the hair removal cream and the shampoo, and as the person's in the shower and they like see big clumps of hair in their hand. I actually dreamt that not that someone put the stuff in the shampoo, but I dreamt that so much hair came out, and I was saying to my daughter, I'm losing hair. And then when I went to dry it, I just had all these bald patches. So yeah, it is something that isn't great. I just would really like to make sure I have hair when I get older. Anyway, so there are some things that I do, uh, not often enough. There is, I'll put in another video, there is a concoction that I make, and I do want to try and use it more often, which involves coconut oil, I think it was rosemary oil, and something else. Oh, I'll let you know in the next video. I can't think right now. And you leave it in. And I've also recently started red light therapy, so I'm going to try that as well. But something else that I've also been using is this shampoo. This is a shampoo, wasabi shankui, that I got from Lush, which is it's a natural shop here in Dublin. I think it's in the UK. I don't know where else they are. And this helps. It says here, this stimulating wasabi, horseradish, and caffeine shampoo will turn your follicles on and thicken the hair. I'm under no illusions that my hair is going to ever get thick. Like I said, it's genetics. But if it can at least stimulate the hair follicles, I have heard that caffeine can do that. Never heard about wasabi before, but hey, why not? So I need to actually buy another one. This one's nearly finished. I was using this one solely for a few weeks. Now I'm back to using this Dr. Organic one for the first wash, and then this one for the second wash. And because this has got wasabi now, as you obviously know, wasabi is hot. So when you use this, when I use it, I can actually feel it tingling. And anywhere the foam goes, as the foam goes down my neck, you can actually feel it tingling. Like, yeah, just from the hotness of the wasabi. So it's not sore, it's just interesting. Where the first time I used it, I'm like, this is fascinating. It actually reminds me, if you have like a spearmint, bubble gum or whatever, and it's got like that cold, refreshing feel. It's like almost like that. It's like this tingly, refreshing feel to it. And which is nice because it gives me a sense of like, the fact that you can actually feel it, I'm sure this has got to be doing something good. So that's what I've been doing. And I mean, like I said, like they said, don't use blue, only like use purple. Well, I've been using green and see-through. I haven't noticed any bad coloring with my grey. I don't know, maybe. I mean, maybe you'll watch this and you'll be like, Amanda, I'd hate to tell you this, but it is looking whatever, brassy or whatnot. But I'm quite fascinated because there's grey, but there's also still a lot of brown. And I mean, I've got, like I said, I feel like it's been 13 months and it still seems like quite short. I can't even tell, like it's growing my fringe here, but for some reason I can't quite see how far it's growing yet. It only looks like maybe to here, which is strange. Why would that be? Why would it have grown short on the sides of my fringe? Oh, who knows? So I can't imagine that after 2 years, I don't know, this time next year, maybe down to here, maybe to the bottom of my earlobe. Who knows? I'll keep watching the space. Obviously, if you watch my channel, I mean, you're gonna see the growth itself. Yeah, and there we go. I mean, the one picture my husband took, I was quite shocked when I'm like, oh my word, is my grey that bright gray, and then other times it looks okay. I don't know. So we'll see how it goes. Right. So that has been my journey so far. So it's been 13 months. My fringe has grown out. I haven't noticed any difference in the texture of the gray. I'm using natural products, natural green see-through products. Maybe that's actually why my texture has been quite good. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't tried anything else, so I've got nothing to compare it to. But yeah, and so yeah, and it's been interesting. Like I said, I do sometimes miss. I just want to go back to the dark, rich chocolate color, but this is just this is the one thing that you cannot do spontaneously. You know, like we're so used to spontaneity in this day and age, and this is something you can't do. Of course, you do get a lot of women that will go to the hair salon and they will blend it so that it comes out, and you don't have to worry about that uneven, messy look to your hair. Um, and or some women go and they will actually grow their hair for them, so when the gray grows out, it just blends in naturally. I'm not keen for that personally, because the whole purpose really of doing this was to avoid any more treatments on my hair. I wasn't already going to the hair salon, but I was I'm just like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just do it. I'm just going to do it, the cold turkey way. Just let it come out, deal with how it looks. As long as I'm not letting my hair be messy, as you can see, my hair's kept. I mean, washed it this morning, blow dried it, just used the straightener just to, or what I hate, I love having a fringe. Absolutely love it. I do not like it if my hair, like even now, this is now starting to get long. So next wash, I'm just going to have to, I'll take my hair and just give it a cut, needs a trim. Um, and then, at the very least, my hairstyle, I like to try and keep neat. And, so people can see I'm not just being messy. So, yeah, that is my story so far. That is my journey, what I've been going through, the products I use, and that's all I use. I don't use any other products. I know when people talk about growing their hair out and the certain products can do this and that. I'm not a product person. I don't use hair gels. I don't use hair sprays, any of these things, purely because I just don't have the skill to style my hair. I don't have the inclination. I don't have the time. So wash it, some leave-in conditioner, and then I just dry and straighten. Boom, that's it. No mess, no fuss. And yeah, and I'm going to do another video just on the homemade concoction that I make that I need to start using now that I've got the red light for the red light therapy. I want to make this concoction at least once a week to put into my hair and then have the red light on it and see if it can just help lessen hair loss, whether or not I can just grow a little bit more hair or hair can grow faster. I don't know. We'll have a look see. So if you want to follow me on this journey, see how it goes for me and give you some ideas, maybe you can look into things for yourself, then by all means, they'll be great. If you can leave a comment below, let me know, have you started your gray hair journey? Is it something you want to start that you've been thinking about, you've been too scared about? Some people are worried it's going to make them look old. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you give this a chance, and I mean, you've really got to give it a chance. You can't just grow it to here and you be like, no, this isn't for me. You don't know that because, like I said, I'm so curious. I want to keep going because I want to see what my actual natural color is looking like right now. And you give it a chance, do it how you want to do it. If you don't want to go cold turkey, if you want to just get a hair salon just to help you a bit more, but also knowing that isn't your natural color, you might be like, I don't like it. I don't look good gray, but yeah, but that's not your actual gray. That's just a blend in. Then you've got to really want to do it. You can't do it half-heartedly because then you're not going to commit, and then you're just going to have like a bad experience where you're just going to be like, oh, I gave it a try and it looked awful. No, you didn't really give it a try. If you're going to give it a try, you need to give it a try for maybe 2 years. If you don't like it, fine. Throw some hair dye onto it. You're back to your older self or your other self. And I think maybe it does make me look a little bit older, although I suppose the fact that I'm talking to you now, no makeup on, and these bags under my eyes, which I'm hoping the red light therapy will help with. As you know from previous videos, this is something that drives me crazy. I've tried creams, and I'm trying to obviously have more vitamin C and to promote collagen, but also with my age and premenopause and all that stuff, my body is not at the stage of wanting to produce more collagen. Anyway, so yeah, this doesn't help. Don't judge me. I'll try and remember to put makeup on. Not that I forgot this time. For the next video, oh, we'll see how it goes, honestly. Oh goodness, the things that we do to ourselves. And it's not that, for me, it's not a vain, maybe it's a little bit of a vain thing. I mean, we don't want to look shaggy and old. For me, it's just about feeling good about myself and about feeling confident. I mean, I'll do my hair like this when I'm at home alone. You know, if I'm working from home one day, I wash my hair in the morning and I'm not going to see anyone, I'm not going to go out, I'll still do this because I want to feel good about myself. I'm not trying to get back to my youth and reverse, old age, and so I can look, 20 years old again. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but I mean, for me, I just want to age as gracefully as possible and give my body the help and the nutrients that it needs just so that I can look good, feel good as I get older. I don't want to just get all haggard and just let myself go, because at the same time, it's also, I'm married. I want to look good for my husband. I want to go out in public and be a good reflection on him. When people see me, I don't want to look drab and then, people feel sorry for my husband. And it's not a matter of, people be like, oh, does he look good for you? I think my husband is handsome, gorgeous, sexy. He's all of that. And I just want to look good for him. I want to be a good reflection on him. And it's good for my self confidence and my self esteem if I can just, look good. I don't need to look like I'm 36, I'm 46. I'll own it as much as I can to at least just look 46 and not look 66 and not 20 years older. So that's my story. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. If you are going to subscribe, please watch my videos and don't unsubscribe after 24 hours. I had 2 people do that already. I'm like, guys, seriously? Why subscribe if you're just going to unsubscribe when you can see I'm already in single digits? Like, be kind, please. I've got enough stress. I don't need to stress out about people subscribing, unsubscribing. So if you like the content, please subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. No hard feelings, but stay blessed. I'll see you in the next video. Amanda out.